On this adventure, we're headed back to Illinois, looking through public land, looking for another deer to fill a freezer. We got some big ideas for a buttload of great jerky. We're meeting up with Kyle, getting him out, hopefully try to get him on his first public land deer in almost 9 years. We end up setting our own set and seeing one of the coolest bucks I've seen in a long time on public land. You want to see how this goes down and get an awesome jerky recipe? Stay tuned. My name is Nikko, and this is The Hunt.
With you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole nother level.
Hey.
I don't think it works that much, to be honest with you.
Honestly, I think it does. Because the way those deer were acting for me yesterday, they were like sticking their nose up like
Kyle,
they were smelling something.
The deer was born last month.
I mean, it's still gonna taste good.
It didn't know any better. I'm gonna try walking in with my harness on. I ain't done this yet. And it's either gonna work, and I'm gonna be like, huh, this wasn't so bad. Or I'm gonna be like, I'm chafing and this was stupid.
I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be the latter of the two.
They'll be chafing.
Yep.
I've had that, like, people be crazy like that before. Public land, so you just never know.
Dude, I've been
September,
seeing so many posts.
October, so November. Like, it's November and it's a nice day in November. And then I've had people walking their dogs out here when it clearly says coming in, closed to everybody who's not a hunter after November 1st. Like, the site's closed after November 1st. No non-hunters. What is up, guys? We're back at it. Got Kyle with me. We're headed out to some public land, and I'm sure you guys probably know where we're at. And if you do, all I ask is you don't blast it everywhere. We try to be respectful. I'm not going to mention places. Kyle doesn't know where he's at anyway, so that doesn't matter. And I lost the windsock to my camera, so hopefully, though we're having like 25, 30 mile an hour gusts, it's not too awful bad. But we're going to try a 2-for-1 special today. We're going to set Kyle on a place that I've seen deer crossing the path that we're walking on. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to set on that field that we saw those deer on the other night. And hopefully between the two of us, we can kill something. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. Let's get out there. So we're gonna follow this path down and kind of sit on that corner down there.
So we're not going in as far as I was thinking we were going in.
No, I'm gonna push a little bit further.
But I don't know if that's coyote or if that's
oh. There are a lot of coyotes out here. But what I would pick is, so they come through this section and through this woods. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, a vulture.
It's a hawk. It's a hawk.
That's a vulture.
That is not a vulture.
That is a vulture.
That is a vulture. You're right.
Yeah, I'm getting 40 yards to this first big tree.
So I'd go in right there, and like I said, hang that left, or whichever. Once you get in there, figure out which way the wind's going. Sit on the appropriate side, but just have a view of this path because they come from that bedding, and they're obviously coming through right there.
Yeah.
It's on the flip side. Alrighty then, we dropped Kyle off in a spot I've been wanting to hunt actually, so be thankful, Kyle. Is that your guys' orange truck up there? Is that your guys' orange truck up there? Just a heads up, you gotta have a windshield card to park out here. It's free, but you gotta get it online. You can't have dogs or, yeah, Well, there's trapping too. So you can't have pets. It's hunting only after next week.
We figured November.
It's okay. I smell like another dog. It's okay.
Okay, guys, come on, Ren, come here, Ren.
It's okay.
Ren, come here, come on.
Yeah. I just want you guys to be safe. That's all. Well, that was interesting. See, I don't know if it bothers me as much as it should, or if it bothers me too much, but I just don't think it's right that somebody that doesn't pay hunting tags, they don't get a license, they don't put anything into the system, right? And they come out here into public land. They walk their dogs in the middle of hunting season that they admittedly know. Yeah, we know it's hunting season. They don't get their parking tags. They don't do any of that, but the guy and they can be out here in the middle of the day, like people trying to get set up for hunting, deer moving, all that stuff. And they can do that with their dogs, multiple dogs per person, and that's fine. I don't get it. Somebody have to explain it to me.
After checking with the DNR, I was able to verify that you cannot run dogs off of the main road without a permit, be it hunting rabbits or leisurely strolls. I figured even if them yappa dogs were going to blow my hunt, I needed to sit in the stand long enough at least for Kyle to have a chance. And it wasn't long before he called me. He took a shot and unfortunately missed. But I realized we only had about an hour left of daylight, so I went ahead and just set it out. The deer started piling out of the woods, had a couple opportunities, but I really wasn't wanting to take a shot. There was that good buck and I really wanted to take him. Right as the end of shooting light started to draw in, I figured I'd start packing up a little bit early, and that was a mistake. I look over my shoulder and I think I see a stick, but I double take and it is not a stick. It's deer antlers and they're headed my way. So I grab my GoPro, kind of torque it into position, draw my bow, and do my best to put this deer down. The shot looked great. A little bit forward, a little bit high, but for the position of the deer, I'm sure I really buried that arrow deep into the vitals with that head-on shot.
We got like maybe 7 minutes of shooting light left. I was packing my cameras up because Kyle just shot at a deer and he missed. And I had a bunch of deer move across the field. And my wind was bad for where I thought those deer were coming. And I put up my main camera and I look behind me and I just see antlers. And I'm like, what the hell's that? And I see he comes over this hill. It's gotta be a solid 3-year-old deer at least. And he comes in maybe 20 yards or so. And I mean, I'm back like this. Let me give you a better angle. I'm like, guys, I'm shaking. Okay, so I'm like, there's this tree branch right here in front of me, right? So I'm like, I draw, and I'm like down to get into this tree branch. And I saw it, I got about 12 inches of penetration coming in the front. I hit him kind of here, down into the body cavity. Oh, I know I got most of that on video. I gotta make a phone call. Buck down, well, a buck hit.
You?
Yeah.
Get it on camera?
99%. He came in facing back behind me. Wasn't but like 15 yards.
Decent buck or not?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe even bigger than the one I shot with my rifle last year. Limbs. I'm in like a tree limb cage, dude. I'm shaking so hard. And he come in, and I know where them does were going in and out. And he stood right there, right on the edge of the field where the does were coming in and out. And he was sniffing. and he was quartering towards me real hard. So I kind of put it behind his neck through between the shoulder blade and the body cavity and buried it in there at like 20-25 yards. I shot him for 20. It was a little high, but the arrow was going down because I'm above him. So I mean, I feel good about it.
All right, keep me updated.
I will, Bubba.
See ya.
See ya. See if we can't see that arrow.
That's what I've been doing.
All right, so
Shining in and seeing if I see anything, whether it be his white belly or whatnot.
it was kind of a not great shot. I mean, it was a good shot for what I was given, but it's not great in the aspect of there's not a lot of blood because it was a high frontal coming down on him, and there's not a lot of blood. So worst case scenario, we'll call the dog in the morning, but I shoot reflective wraps on my arrows for just these kind of situations. So we're gonna kind of shine the thick area where we think he went into, hoping that if he pulled the arrow out, it's like around there and we can pick up a blood trail or something.
After climbing down and trailing for a little bit, we realized we're probably not going to get on this deer tonight. Just a sheer lack of blood. So, deciding not to push the deer, I call up my dog tracker. He says he can make it out the next day, and we contact the DNR. We get a permit to run the dog during the day for the next morning, and we meet up about 11 o'clock to avoid any other hunters.
All right, so we ended up backing out. It just didn't look too great, and I got Dustin with the most powerful nose this side of the Mississippi, the dog hunter out here. We're gonna go look for this deer. Again, there was no blood on entry because it's kind of high, and hunter's not trained to track blood, he's trained to track the deer. So he was somewhere over here because he was gonna come down and hit this scrape, and then I hit him and he took off and he ran on the right side, that tree with the split. He ran on the right side of that through there. I think he's locked on. He's acting like he's smelling something now. He's trotting too, man. Yeah, he is. Oh. Oh, I just took a stick in the eyeball. There he is. Oh, dude. That's a good deer.
Good boy.
Has he only got antlers on one side?
No, he buried.
Oh, he didn't go far from where we were at.
No, I went eating.
I'll take a look at it. If it's just this, it's all right. He's a little stiff, but I guarantee you those hams are fine. Dude, nice. Look at that trash.
Yeah, he's good, buddy.
Oh, he's stiff. Woo. Jeez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Funkiest 10-pointer I ever seen.
Dude, that is gnarly looking.
Bladed and everything. Well, guys, the flies are absolutely wild. So we're down here in this river bottom, but I am stoked. Such a cool looking deer. Public land. Lets us have another good one. I went ahead and sent Dustin back on his way. We really appreciate you, man. Hunter with Dustin Murray's whitetail service, tracking service. Hunter's the dog, man. He is just a beast. We found like one blood drop for this deer, and he was just right to him. We maybe had 100 yards of tracking if you include the fact that this deer rolled down a hill, and took one good swirl of wind, dude, and he was right here on him. So I am super excited. Such a cool deer, guys. Coolest deer I've seen out here. There are some wild genetics, and it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful 10-point. He's got a couple little nubbies and stuff. Looks like he broke one off here. He's growing another one here. But we'll say a solid 10 with some blading on everything. Just really, really cool. He blades out right here real nice and neat. And this brow tine right here, this split, it blades really, really cool. Just something neat you don't see every day, and I am super, super stoked for this deer, guys. Appreciate you following along. I am going to get this guy cut up, taken up to the trail. We have a cart up there that we're going to pack him out with, get him back to the truck, and we're going to go show you guys how to make some sweet jerky after you kill your big public land buck. So if you're enjoying it, like, share, follow, subscribe, let your friends know that we're out here doing stuff. Really appreciate you guys. We just make the videos because we like to, and I like to know that you guys like it. So I'm going to shut up, get this guy taken care of, and get him back to the vehicle. But again, just an absolute stud public land deer. Anybody would be 100% happy. I'm always happy to take a good deer like this. And I'm going to go try to talk to the wife and let me put this one on the wall. We'll see how far that goes. Sometimes I forget how long of a hike it is out here. But we got them all cut up. We didn't lose hardly any meat. The tenders were bad, and a little of that meat on basically the rib section smelled funny. But the neck, the hind quarters, front quarters, back strap, all that was pretty well fine. Cut a little bit off around the bone, but it's a good haul. We're about a mile from the truck, and we've gone about a mile so far. I didn't bring a drink or nothing. Has he got a hole in his antler? No, it's blood. I need a good like camel pack. How do you guys get your deer out? You packing it out? Dragging it out? Normally I call it Kyle. But he's got to be a normal person and go to work, feed the family, money and bills. So whatever that's about, I don't know. Enjoying this shade for a minute, and then we're gonna get the rest of the way to the truck.
We are starting with this, the top round off that buck. It's probably my favorite piece to use jerky. If you notice, all of the grain runs long way down the muscle, making extra tender jerky when we're done. First thing we're going to do is trim. We're going to trim all that sinew, all that silver skin, and any more connective tissue. We're going to go ahead and cut that off, get it in the chicken bucket. Then we're going to come in and do our best to make even 1/4 inch cuts right down the meat. If you have a dehydrator, I would suggest maybe going a little bit thinner, but since we're using a pellet smoker, something thick like a 1/4 inch is going to turn out just fine. Now that everything's cut, go ahead and take you a 1 gallon Ziploc bag, open it up, and fill it up with all of those 1/4 inch slices of deer meat. Now, we're going to move on to the good part. We're going to start off with garlic powder. You can't put too much in there. I'm going to go pretty heavy, probably 5 or 6 tablespoons. Next, we're going to go with some mushroom powder. Now, this is some chicken of the woods that I found earlier this year. That's a fib. Jan brought it to me. But we're going to start off with a heaping couple tablespoons of that. You can use anything you find from the store. I just prefer wild mushrooms, and I had some of this on hand. So that's what I'm going to use. We're going to throw in a little MSG. Whichever one you decide to go with is fine. You can also add in chicken bouillon or a little beef bouillon. I prefer straight MSG. And we're going to hit it off with some cayenne pepper. To taste, probably a half a tablespoon. The most important part here is going to be your soy sauce. This is why we don't add any extra salt, because that's got more than enough for it, and that's going to actually help to start curing our meat. Now, we're going to zip it up, try to press out as much air as we can, and we're going to massage that seasoning mixture into the meat, roll it up, put it in the refrigerator overnight, probably 6 to 8 hours, and come back in the morning. Now we take our meat and evenly set it in like a game of Jenga. We want to leave a couple of millimeters of space between each piece for good airflow, and then off to the smoker. I like to run my smoker on cold days closer to that 200-degree mark. On warmer days, I'll back it off to around 160, 165. As you can see here, I've never put these grates in the smoker, and it takes me a second, but that's okay. I'm special, so give me a minute. And we're going to let these guys set for another 4 to 6 hours, uncovered. Don't touch it. And when we come back, we should have some beautiful jerky. Grab you a big piece, a thick piece, give it a little bend. If it bends, cracks, you can see the little white laces in there, you know you've done it right. Alright guys, that's how I do deer chips. It's my favorite way of doing jerky, and it's a little crispier than your regular jerky, but I like it that way. It's a good substitute for potato chips. Appreciate you guys coming along with me on this hunt. It was a great buck. Talked the wife into letting me put them on the wall, so hopefully you'll be around, be able to see that next season when we hang them up, redecorate the trophy room down here. But again, my name's Nico. If you guys like what we got going on here, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell so you know what's coming out next. Until next time, see you on the hunt.
Oh, that's better. That's what I did.
Oh, my truck is such a mess. Okay, you got everything you need out of the truck?
Yeah.
Closing her down.